Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to small group reading time. Let's get started. We'll continue to read our story Pen Pals, and this is lesson 3. We're identifying narrative elements, and we're also learning to summarize. We're going to go back to the beginning of the story. It's not a long story, and it's always a great opportunity to practice your reading skills, your fluency as we read. So get your eyes on the text and let's begin. Miss Shea asked, "Who knows what a pen pal is?" A few kids raised their hands. "A pen pal is someone you write letters to," said Luke. "A pen pal is someone you don't know," added Nell. "You're both right," said Miss Shea. "Each of you will get a pen pal from another school. Your pen pal will write you a letter. Then you will write back." The class buzzed with excitement. Katie hoped her pen pal would be a girl. One day, Katie's mom came in with the mail. "Here's a letter for you, Katie," said her mom. Katie jumped up. "It's from my pen pal," said Katie. Katie ripped open the envelope and read the letter. March 8th, Dear Katie, Hi, I'm your pen pal. I am in the 3rd grade at the Adams School. I have 2 brothers and a cat named Fluffy. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you have any pets? What do you like to do for fun? Write back soon. Your pen pal, Serena Perez. My pen pal is a girl, and she sounds nice, said Katie. Now it's my turn to write to her. Okay, said Katie's mom. You can mail your letter on the way to school tomorrow. March 11th. Dear Serena, I got your letter today. I am in the 3rd grade at the Harris School. I'm so glad that we are pen pals. I have a 6-year-old sister. We share a room. I wish I could have a pet, but dogs and cats make me sneeze. I like to write stories, and I just love sports. I am going to join the soccer team. Write back soon. Your pen pal, Katie Reed. On her way to school the next day, Katie dropped her letter in a mailbox. At school, she signed up for the soccer team. Miss Shea walked by and saw Katie signing up. Good for you, Katie, she said. Did you know I am coaching the team? That's great, said Katie. In a few weeks, we will have our first game against the Adams School, said Miss Shea. Katie was excited. Serena went to the Adams School. Maybe she would be in the crowd cheering her school on. Let's review the narrative elements that we have identified so far in the story Pen Pals. We have the characters, which was Miss Shea, Luke, Nell, Katie, Katie's mom, and Serena. And the setting, when and where the story took place, was at school, in Miss Shea's classroom, then to Katie's home, and back at school in the hallway and the classroom. Now we're going to continue to look at the plot. The plot is what happened in the story. It includes the beginning, the middle, and the end. In the beginning, Miss Shea told the class they were going to get pen pals, and Katie hoped her pen pal would be a girl. Now let's add on to that. When you're writing your plot, which is the beginning, middle, and end, you're going to tell all about the main things that happened. Remember, just like in a movie, you don't want to have someone tell you every detail of the movie. You just want them to give you the most important parts that happen, except you don't want the ending, because then it would be no fun to see the movie, would it? Well, we already looked at our beginning. First, Miss Shea told the class they were going to get pen pals, and Katie hoped her pen pal would be a girl. Notice the transition word I used, first. and it lets you know when that happened. It happened first. Now we're going to look at the middle. Note that the middle is in yellow, and it's where most of the story happens. Let's look at our middle. Next, Katie found out her pen pal was a girl named Serena, and they wrote to each other. Katie found out that Serena went to the Adams School. Then, as Katie was signing up to play soccer, Miss Shea told Katie that their first game would be at Adams School. Katie was so excited. Can you identify a transition word in the middle part of the plot? If you said next, you're right. And it also says then. Those are two transition words that let the reader know when something is happening. When class began, Miss Shea asked the students to tell about their pen pals. Katie said, "My pen pal is named Serena. She goes to the Adams School." "My pen pal is named Chris," said Luke, "but I don't know if Chris is a boy or a girl." Everyone laughed. Then Miss Shea said, "That gives me an idea. I'll take photos of you to send to your pen pals. Then maybe your pen pals can send photos to you." The next time she wrote to Serena, Katie clipped her picture to the letter. She wrote, "I can't wait to see what you look like." Katie waited for a letter from Serena. Finally, the letter came. Katie opened the envelope quickly. When she saw the picture of her pen pal, she began to laugh out loud. I wonder why she would laugh at her pen pal's picture. We'll have to see. "What's so funny?" asked Katie's mom. Katie said, "Well, Miss Shea said a pen pal is someone you don't know, but I'm going to get to know Serena soon." Katie held up the picture of Serena. She was wearing a soccer shirt from the Adams School. April 15th. Dear Serena, I can't believe it. We are going to play our first game of the year together. I'll see you on the soccer field. Your pen pal, Katie. What a great ending. Now, boys and girls, we are going to write a summary of the story Pen Pals. Remember that a good summary includes the beginning, the middle, and the end. But of course, remember, we don't want all the details. Let's look at the beginning of the story. First, Miss Shea told the class they were going to get pen pals, and Katie hoped her pen pal would be a girl. First is the transition word that you let the reader know what part that you're talking about in the story. And this was the first part, the beginning. Now, look back at the lesson that you did before, and if you wrote down what the middle part of the plot that we read before, maybe now you'd like to add to it since we finished the book. So take that time to do that now, and then you can come back on and see what yours looks like compared to mine. Hopefully now you have written your middle part of the summary, and let's look at what I wrote, and you can see if yours is similar to mine. Next, Katie found out her pen pal was a girl named Serena, and they wrote to each other. Katie learned that Serena went to the Adams School. Then as Katie was signing up to play soccer, Miss Shea told Katie that their first game would be at Adams School. Katie was so excited. Afterward, the students shared with each other what they had learned about their pen pals. Miss Shea took pictures of the students so they could send it to their pen pals. Notice any other transitional words that you can see? Next. Next is a transitional word because it tells you what part you're speaking of. It wasn't the first, it was next. If you chose then as a transitional word, you're right too. And look at the word afterward in the middle part of this plot. Again, it tells the reader where you are placing things in order of how they happened. Now let's look at our ending. You may look back at the slides before, reread your ending, and now try to write a summary of it. Remember, the beginning and the ending is very short. And what happens throughout the whole story, the middle, is where all the action takes place. You may stop this video now and try to write the ending of the story using only the main events that happen. So let's see what I wrote and you can compare it to yours. The ending. Katie laughed when Serena sent her a picture of herself because she was wearing a soccer shirt with Adam's school written on it. She knew she would be meeting with her pen pal Serena on the soccer field soon. Well, boys and girls, now we have a beginning, middle, end. You've learned to identify your narrative elements. Congratulations. Now let's go on to our next activity.